Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a third year engineer at Emmanuel College, Cambridge, and this is just a bit of my story about how I came to know Jesus. Growing up, I would have called myself a Christian, I think. I went to a Christian primary school, and I think from that I could have told you some stories about Jesus, probably the Lord's Prayer, and I think I would have believed that Jesus was a good moral teacher and probably had some ideas about how to be a kind of person. But I think from that I just didn't think about it a lot because I assumed that's all there was to it. In the summer before year 10, I found myself in a Christian holiday camp and quickly realised I was not a Christian. The others around me had a personal relationship with God and read their Bible for themselves, and that was just completely foreign concept to me. But so after that, I just kind of decided it wasn't for me, sort of kept plying on, like throwing myself into my schoolwork. And the next time it really came up was COVID. I think when the pandemic hit, I sort of started to realise that things I thought were under my control were not quite as under my control as I thought. And I decided I no longer had the excuse of lack of time to investigate the claims of the Bible for myself. I ended up on a Bible study on Zoom for girls attending some random church in Wales, through a manner of weird circumstances. But all I know is that I sort of went into the pandemic not knowing anything about the Bible really, and coming out believing that it was true. I think that was largely because it wasn't what I expected. I think I expected it to be much more sort of black and white narrative of this is good and this is how not to live your life. And what I found instead was a story that seemed to point towards Jesus, and everything was hanging together so much more than I thought it would. And it made sense of what my perception of the world was as inherently good, but messed up in so many ways. And I think that's also how I saw myself sort of. I knew I was trying to be good, but find myself messing up again and again and again. I think coming out of COVID, I knew I wanted to live as a Christian. And so when I came to university, I got myself involved in the Christian Union and came to Holy Trinity. It was the first time that I'd gone to church, although the pandemic had enabled me to watch live streams of services, so it eased me in a bit, maybe in that sense. But over the course of my sort of 2 and a bit years here, I've just become convinced that the claims of the Bible and the claims of the gospel are true. I've seen God work in pretty amazing ways, in sort of miraculous words or just answers to prayer that I can't explain. One of the best things about now having my identity secure as a child of God is that I'm no longer as scared to take risks. I can step out of my comfort zone, do things that make me nervous, because I know that even if I do fail, I don't need to worry about that in any way, meaning that I'm less valued or less loved. I think that means that I can attack challenges with a newfound sort of confidence that I definitely didn't have before. And I personally believe that's because Jesus is working in my heart.